Welcome back. It's been a very long time, hasn't it? We are us, and this is Eiyuden Chronicle, 100 Heroes. So it has been a bit of a week for me. Worked several days. 2 days. I work 12-hour shifts. Wouldn't be so bad, but I have to record after because, I decided to do this to myself. So here we are. And I had to forego, what day was it? I think Thursday's episode of Eiyuden Chronicle, because Wednesday's episode of Lies of P took about 6 hours to finish. And by finish, I mean just the recording part, not even the editing and everything else that came after. I tried to rotate the camera, shame on me. Okay. Right, so, getting on to what happened last episode. We yard all over this place, and entered a race in which we got yard all over. But, after getting to retry it again, we yo-hoed all over the opposition, except for Scarlet, who just hold on. Oh, that's not a unique person. Except for Scarlet, who just embarrassed us by finishing the race in exactly 1 minute. Could we have beaten Scarlet and gotten a better item than we did? Speaking of which, what did we get? We got an armor, according to memory. Oh, and WeArEuS, whose name, now that I think about it, now that I see it, I'm reminded, his name is supposed to be Euphilius, not WeArEuS. But apparently, whoever's localizing it decided that's what his name would be. How do I know it's Euphilius and not WeArEuS? Or however they want it to be pronounced here? I know because I backed the game and I got the regular newsletters, or whatever you want to call them, from the devs, among which was an image that we're going to be using eventually, I don't know when, of Euphilius that I saved because it was just so darn awesome. And the name on it, the name of the image, once I saved it, I was looking for the armor, was Euphilius, or Euphelius. Yuphelius. I remember because it's interesting. I like interesting names. Honor scale armor. So, this is the armor we got after we finished the race in second. And Scarlet finished in my anus in a minute. So basically, it grants one strength, 1 dexterity, and a decent amount of armor and magic resist. I mean, it's not incredible, not by a long shot, but it'll do. if we decide to replace Gar, which is unlikely because he can wield a shield, on the off chance we decide to replace him. This heavy helm goes right to our buddy Euphelius. I have no idea how it's meant to be pronounced anyway. It gives good stats, even though it would cause us to have less defense. I mean, Gar is still wearing it, and he is easily our most tanky party member. Anyway, off camera, I also decided to equip... I don't want to call him Euphelius now that I remember his name is actually Euphelius, but I also gave him... I realize how much that's going to cause me grief as we go forward, and it breaks my heart. I gave him dash boots because he is slow. Also, I looked into it, and last episode we got a new member of the Alliance, I guess a drill sergeant. I looked at what he does, and he makes it so that party members go in order. He literally forces party members to go in order of fastest to slowest, and won't let the enemy actually go in between any of them. So even if an enemy is faster than the slowest member, if he isn't faster than the fastest member, the enemy goes last. Of course, I haven't actually used it in a fight, and it also requires that I get rid of Cassandra, who whispers sweet nothings into my ear whenever she opens her mouth. Oh, and also with her gone, I can't swap out party members at save points, which I don't do often, admittedly. But at those times when I would really, really like to, I would really, really like to be able to. So I've got now two different people, not to mention the princess herself, or I don't think she's a princess, a duchess. The duchess herself, I don't remember her name, who does something useful as well, or she could be a part of the combat party, which is really cool. Hopefully there's more people like that as well. So there are multiple people that could be part of support for our party, and I'm afraid to swap anyone out because Cassandra's just that useful, just like they are. Or I'm afraid to swap to anyone else. By the way, is your name Scarlet? Or... Yep, it's her.
Can I talk you into one more?
Okay.
If you emerge victorious, I'll join your army.
Crap. If you guys watched last episode, you'll know the race itself, simple. It's nothing crazy aside from the boat handling like absolute garbage. That's fine. I can work around that because I can. The problem, though, was that during both races, the ones that mattered, during both of them, the ship I was piloting just careened out of control, costing me significant amounts of time. The first instance was far worse than the second. Probably because the first one actually caught me off guard. No way on earth was I going to be able to expect something like that to happen. Let's race. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Am I ever? Let's do this.
But I am fully expecting it to happen again.
There be the sandpapery grit I was hoping for.
It's not what she said, though. Or, was meant to say.
We'll try our fins at a different course. If ye can beat our time, then victory is yours.
If the other racers in the race had an actual physical presence, I could literally just bully my way into first place. Even if I were to careen out of control again. Maybe. Depending on how bad it is.
That other race, we only used half our sails out of fairness to the newcomer, but now the gloves come off. Of course, that's not accounting for the difference in the crafts themselves, so really it's more like half the advantage. Now are ye ready?
How kind of her to spring that little tidbit on us. It's 1:12 now. It did it again. It literally did it again. This time to the right. I don't understand why it happens. And it did it again. This time to the left. I can't. I cannot. This is awful.
Ooh, lost by a tooth's length. I stand ready.
I don't know what's causing that, but if I had to guess, it would be frame rate issues causing some sort of desync between the game and the controller. So I wonder if I were to pause OBS, would it still happen? And frankly, I'm going to pause the timer, which I started late, by the way. And we're actually going to do that. So I'm probably going to just cut all of that business out. What of it there will be to cut out. And see you guys right back here. Whenever that is.
Ye beat me at the top of my form. Now I know for certain you're a man who's got me dorsal fin.
Oh, yank on it if you want. I don't know what that means, but it sounds provocative.
So, you'll join us?
Nar!
In a heartbeat. And water splash me if I be lying, Cully. Henceforth, me and a Eurofi are at your service.
Thanks, Scarlet.
Now, with that settled, where do we sail to first? I'll take ye to the sand's farthest horizon.
Look at the sass in that art. Oh, she's got a nice weapon, too. Looks like a filleting knife, almost? Of a sort, anyway. Oh yeah, I like Scarlet. I really wish I could show you guys that race. Or the time trial, it's much less of a race. Now we get random guy. Okay. So, you're probably wondering how I got here. You're probably wondering how many times it took me to get here. I couldn't figure out another way to end that sentence. Twice. It only took twice. I beat her on the second time. I beat her time on the second attempt. The first time, it actually went a whole lot worse than it did the first time. If you can imagine that. I don't know. When I went to pause the recording, I saw that the encoder was overloading. So that stands. That's just going to be great. the 3D in this game is terribly unoptimized, but it's so rare that I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. Of course, it did cost me a good section of one boss fight some time ago, I think. I hardly remember it, so... Anyway. So you're probably wondering what I did to overcome the odds. Well, I stopped using the controller. I was warned upon plugging it in and starting up the game the first time that the game might not agree with the controller I was using. How right it was. But I overcame that by switching to the keyboard, and also I figured out I don't have to hold the X button to go. I press forward to go. Not X. Which is great. Oh, also I had to figure out what buttons to press on the keyboard. I was lucky, it was just the WASD keys and spacebar for the boost. I got lucky. I accidentally found a shortcut. I think there are like 2 different shortcuts. It's a long track if you take the wrong path though. Or long track. That works fine. I really want to go back to the inn and see what Scarlet does. Because Euphelius is a tank. I'm just going to call him Euphelius. Not Eupharius, not Eupherius. Though I do like the fear in Eupherius. But... So let's see. We're looking for Scarlet. So her weapon is called the Garbole. She deals slash and has short range. She has charge up like our boy Yusuke. That is great. How fast is she compared to Yusuke? He's 139. They also are nowhere near on the same level. And she is almost at his level in terms of speed. They're 16 levels apart. No, not 16. 14. 14 levels apart. And she's almost faster than him. If I change her armor, if I give her everything he's got, she might actually be better than him. And I wouldn't have to look at his terrible pink outfit anymore. But I would have to listen to her say Yar. Pink outfit versus Yar? I mean, the pink outfit isn't speech, but I also can't... That's a tough one. The main issue is getting her leveled in the first place. Oh, we also need to see what she has. She can't use a shield. Ugh. Wasted potential all over the place. She cannot use any skill runes? Nothing? No, you've got to be kidding. You've got to be kidding me. No. Surely one of those is a slot that you can equip anything in. I can't swap out rooms here. I'm a buffoon. She also cannot wear heavy armor, which is not really an issue. Yusuke doesn't either, so it's fine. The issue, though, is her severe lack of useful room slots. I mean, cool, she can use stat runes, but okay, so charge up includes defending, which reduces the damage you take while doing it. Actually, having her on the front, or getting rid of, what's his bug? Noah, in order to have her and Yusuke charging, that could be pretty good. But then she has nothing to use when I'm done stacking. Oh, but if you have her and WeArEuS, it could work. I mean, she's really low level though. That is a risk. We know Noah does good damage. I mean, he's level 36. He had better do good damage, right? We know what to expect in terms of variation between his maximum damage and mid to low damage, since damage varies based on just whatever, whenever. That's rough. I would have to save her SP for the hero combo, which then puts my use of WeArEuS in a weird spot because he's always going to need to hoard 2 SP for when her charging is done. Okay, what about our support? Wait, we don't have a freaking support? Madness is this? So here you can see that the Drill Sergeant Stadler has all allies act sequentially, starting with the ally with the highest action speed. If my understanding of that is correct, that is incredible. Because the faster your fastest person is... How fast is Noah? 141. He is not that fast. Also, WeArEuS, I don't know how much the ring I gave WeArEuS is actually going to affect his speed in battle. Since we haven't gotten there yet, we've been here for 30 minutes. It's difficult to say who else would become fast enough to be worth having in the party because everyone else is underleveled. And then there's Air, who just doubles movement speed. I don't really care about that. See, then there's Shanquus, who lets us get rich inhumanly quick, which is actually really good. We don't need to speak about that guy. And then there's also Code L, who we can equip in the party or as support. And frankly, I'm tempted to swap him in whenever there's about to be a boss fight, and there's usually a save point before it, so there's typically a giveaway for it. He increases each ally's SP by 1. That's not huge, but that is pretty freaking big. Oh, Periel also increases all allies' attack and action speed. I don't know. I'm assuming attack and action speed are actually separate things, and she increases their attack as well as their action speed. Not sure I stated that the way I meant to, but their attack damage or attack strength, whatever. Action speed might actually be pretty good though, but for now.
Me?
Oh.
I do love traveling with you.
Oh. Say it again. Okay. If we take everything off of Noah, and I wish we could do that here. Dang it, I have to go all of this just to unequip it. It is going to be rough going for a bit, having Scarlet along. Dang it, it sucks that she has no wound skills at all. Where is he? Oh, come on. That is infuriating. Oh, and he can't even wear the stupid thing, so I can't make space that way. Great. What am I supposed to get rid of here? Oh, we can just give him the stupid solid helm. I apologize. I know it has taken us way too long to get out of this goddamn city. But you've seen the difficulties we've been presented with, right? I mean, Scarlet challenged us to a race and I had to have her. So we caught that Pokemon. I mean, you can't be that upset at me about that, right? Also, we discovered a bit of an issue with the gamepad, the controller I'm using. So, and we also found a workaround for that in the keyboard, which is not great, but didn't do. I also want that, so give it. We'll give him this just so it's out of the way. Where's Zabi? Zabo! Oh, Zabi!
Oh, fine. I can manage a sliver of effort.
Let's see. Probably should save just in case. Okay, let's get Scarlet properly outfitted, and then let's get on our way. Why didn't I start with the ring? Right, she can't equip the thing he had. I have to go buy her armor. Right. That's kind of annoying. Man, 30 inventory spaces is garbage. It upsets me. Anytime now. Dang it. Huh, she was able to equip Noah's helmet, though. Crap. And armor's actually really good, too. Would like to get that on Euphelius, but I think that hits him a little too hard as far as defensive stats are concerned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially leaving this. It's not a wasteland, it's an actually pretty nice place. I feel like I'm under the sea when I'm not. Ah, and then there's her. None of my people are leveled. I've got Euphelius, who's slightly underleveled, and Scarlet, who is severely underleveled. It's not good. Yeah, we're going to have to put that off for now. I would love to try and yank her crank, but it just isn't feasible. Okay, so I went ahead and did some fights. Scarlet gained 7,800 XP in her first fight. Jumped up to around 31. I don't remember what she was before that, so can't really be super proud about that. But she got some new rune slot, well, a new rune slot opened up for her. So, naturally, you have to come over here. And he'll open up any time now.
No need to rush.
You took too long. Don't you tell me not to rush. So let's see. Poison can go. Oh, it's an all-type slot. Wow, she's fast. She is faster than Noah. For free, by the way. So, during my time leveling her, I discovered, because originally we were just using auto fight, or auto battle, whatever. She does not have the ability to attack the enemy's front line while she's in the back line. Which explained quite handily why she would only ever I don't care about poison resistance though, at all. That's what a healer is for. I care more about survivability and damage output. Speaking of which, where was I? Right. Which was rather clear by the fact that she never actually attacked. Okay, so I thought it was a skill rune, and it's not. So I don't have anything she can learn. Same with WeArEuS. Strength by the remaining SP. Actually, you get more value out of this, especially considering that she uses charge up. And she has no other way to spend SP aside from the hero combo. So this is actually a really good buy for her. But I don't really know if I want her to. Also, I don't have space. There must be a way to increase the space you have permanently. Because having 30 slots is not enough. I am really tired of running out of space. I'm not going to sell the wooden lucky cat. I've learned my lesson. These can go. Oh, yeah, I used the dash boots. I gave the dash boots to WeArEuS. Did literally nothing for him. He was just in front of Gar. And guess what? Without the dash boots, he's still just in front of Gar. These items suck. Well, this item sucks. I mean, it probably works on a percentage, but if it did, it should indicate that it's just this vague increases action speed. No, it's going to go into storage, and it's going to rot there, without question. Malachite brooch is useful. This is for accuracy. Why is this even here? Gross. The necklace is fine. The sunstone ring is glorious. Defense, I'll keep that. That can go though. I don't care for the wind rune. Wind enhancement is too rare to get rid of. I guess that'll do. So what do we want for her? No resistances, that's for cowards. Huh. giving her more HP would be great, but I don't want to go broke either. Really? As far as eggs in a basket, I'd prefer to give her more damage. Let's see, she's got 2 other slots. What do I want to do with those? God, she can't learn any of the freaking skills I have access to. So it has to be stats, right? SP conversion for speed might be fine, but I mean, she's already going to be the fastest person in the group. So I'd rather have that on power. Yeah. What do we stick in here? Wouldn't mind jamming another mighty power in there. Fine. Let's see. Not that one. Oh, she can learn Quick Slash. Whoop-de-doo. I'll take it. Wait. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take the Mighty Power instead. Slot that in. No. I don't know if Quick Slash has a negative damage modifier, by which I mean instead of dealing, say, 100%, which is her full attack damage, or something over 100%, like 110, so it deals 10% extra damage. It deals under 100%, so like 70, 80 maybe, because it only costs 1 SP. So if it's something that deals a negative damage modifier, it's actually wasted effort. Whereas if I just had her use a basic attack, it, I assume, deals her full physical damage, right? It doesn't make sense to use the Quick Slash unless the Quick Slash actually comes with a boost to action speed. See, it says minor damage, so that has to be a negative modifier, right?
Thanks.
I already have that though. I literally don't need to buy it. I could yank that off of What's Her Mug. I think I already did. It's in storage. We can check. We're going to the building anyway. if you couldn't tell before, I really like this micromanagement stuff. So let's check our storage, jam some extra junk in there.
Goods, right? Leave it to me.
Wooden cats, go away. Holy water. Spirit medicine I'll hang on to. That's 500 HP for everyone. Armor. This. Get that out of here. I never want to see it again. Same with the pearl brooch. Rune of currents can stay. Weird. I'm pretty sure the slot that has anything that can go in it is a 3 block. So why can't she equip the Rune of Currents? You would think she just wouldn't be able to use water spells at all, given how much she hates the stuff. I mean, that would be thematically consistent. I really want someone to use this armor, but granted the stat buffs aren't that great. Wait, are you trying to tell me that everyone's damage is well, the frontliners' damage? No, it's not capped because Yusuke is at 216. So why is Euphelius's damage only going to go up to 199 rather than 200 from getting 3 extra strength? I mean, that obviously means he's equipping something that gives him 1 already, right? But I don't know what that could be. Malachite brooch is useful. Crit is useful-ish. I think Sunstone. Mother fricking, I put both of them away when I wanted to keep one. Because I'm considering giving that to Scarlet. She's probably going to be pretty squishy by the time she catches up with everyone. Yeah, I think I want to retrieve that. Looking for the ring. Ooh, combining the earning badge with Jankless would probably put us ahead of the curve and put us on the road to quickly hiring that one woman who requires 100,000 Bakwa in order to join us. And she may suck. I fully expect that to be the case. That being said, I still want her. Though I should probably wait until enemies start dropping that kind of money to where Jankwis and the earning badge actually start really boosting the money numbers or the drop numbers. Nope, that's not it either. Gear prep, I don't think we need that.
Thank you very much.
So now we're down to 19 slots used, leaving 11 remaining. Where are we supposed to go? I have no idea why that load screen was so freaking long. I don't think we're going to kill anything this episode. I mean, I've killed stuff already, but off camera, none of that was story relevant.
Emperor Shiark, Self-Defense Force Captain, WeArEuS the 7th, reporting for duty.
He's not just a self-defense captain. He's a self-defense force captain. I don't know what a force captain is, but he is it.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Well, I guess our work is done. Thanks to you, we can now call upon the Shiaks for aid.
That just leaves Sane's group. I wonder how they're faring.
Their operation remains underway, Mom. In fact, I was just about to return to the Empire to check on their progress. Have I leave to depart?
Ah, crap. We just got Euphelius. Fine.
Go ahead, Hildy. Although knowing Sane, I bet he's doing just fine.
I am sure you're correct, sir. I'll return with good news as swiftly as possible.
Well, as far as my stopwatch is concerned, the episode is only 24 seconds and... well, nope, 24 minutes and 36 seconds long. And surely it wouldn't lie to me, right? So we continue recording.
Lieutenant? Will you attempt to see your father, sir? As the Duke's men are certain to be watching, it will require sneaking in.
Another time, perhaps. How goes our progress in the mean?
Second Lieutenant Valentine has been using his extra time here to scout locations. He's chosen a safe house in Lowtown, on the west side of the city. Shall we join him?
Now that I think about it, I might have to still be on the lookout for... I don't imagine there will be anybody here to recruit to the Alliance, but just to be safe, I'm going to keep an eye out. We've got a number of shops, and I'm sure these guys are going to have to kill a person or two, so I'd like for them to be as properly equipped as possible. Also, I want runes. Get me runes. Runes of Spider-Man. I should probably... who do we even have? Yeah, so not everyone yet. Don't need to save. not going to upgrade their weapons because I'm broke. Okay. No one else finds that weird but me. That there's... Ah, I see what happened. And here we see ourselves descend into Lowtown, where the common folk live. Yes, Lowtown. Well, I've got nothing. I have nothing for it.
So where's this safe house?
The second lieutenant said we'd know once we got there.
How long have I been recording? I stopped recording Lies of P at like 11 something? It was just about, it was a little over an hour by like 12 minutes. But it's now 1. What in the world? Hold on. Yeah, it says we've been recording for an hour. But I stopped recording. I don't understand. Looking for a real thrill. Spicy pig's ear to turn up the heat. Maybe this will make you believe me. Obtain spicy pig's ear recipe. But, and get this, what if I didn't? Also, I have no idea how to cook things, or why I should care. So I imagine there are some buffs involved, so if so, that's interesting.
Subtle.
If you're looking for valleys in the back. Can't believe I'm giving those troublemakers a place to hide. Again. No, but don't worry. Folks around here are loyal, and they know all the good things House Kessling has done for them. Like how your family chips in for the festival every year. So whatever hot water you and Val are in is your business, far as I'm concerned. You were never here.
The Star-Crossed Lover's script. Yeah, I don't care about that. If it isn't a weapon, a room, or a nice piece of armor, I don't care. Or money. If it isn't money or those other things I said, I don't care. Or XP.
Do it just like we discussed. Those pursuers might not be far behind.
Leave it to us, Val. If someone don't belong, we'll sniff them out a league away.
Huh? Say, ain't you that rich Kessling kid?
Sorry, no.
All right, I get it. Well, no worries, stranger. Any friend of Val's is a friend of ours. I'll be seeing you.
You both made it. Good.
I don't see how they couldn't have. was a couple minutes walk from where we were to where we are.
Who are those lovely chaps?
Oh, just some old companions. Just because I made it into officer's school by the skin of my teeth doesn't make me any less of a low-towner. Some around here still look up to me.
What's this about pursuers?
If you mean is anyone after us, then yes, I'm sure they are. But we were discussing something else. I pulled strings at the Intelligence Bureau to find out which factions have ill feelings about Aldrich's power grab. But ill feelings or no one's willing to openly oppose him.
Not even General Goldwyn?
Nope. No question how he feels, but without proof of who offed the Emperor, he's not ready to move.
Aldrich dispatched General Goldwyn to Euchris just before the assassination, so he might quickly solidify his power base here. The Duke's has been thorough.
Yes, indeed. But not completely so. I have a lead.
You'd imagine he would have started with that, but I see why he didn't.
Do tell.
Paul, bring him in.
I'm gonna need that person on the left and the one on the right.
It's all right. They're friends.
My name is Sane Kessling. And who are you?
Call me Ivy.
Eiyuden, sir.
These girls are your lead?
Yep. And they've got one head spinner of a tail.
So the two of you escaped from Aldrich's Rune Lens research facility?
Even better.
Yes, sir. My people and I were taken from our village against our will. I'd no hope of escape, let alone returning home. But then Ivy here came to my rescue.
I was working at the facility as an engineer, but no one ever talked about what went on in the back of the place. And since being left in the dark gets me steamed, I decided to poke around and find out.
Based on her description, Miss Yelu's village sounds like it's part of the Norsfarian territory that was ceded to the Empire.
Is it possible your people were the whole reason Aldrich sought its annexation?
All I know is that the Chaldeans were trying to search the nearby rune barrow, sir. But I did hear him say they ran into trouble with the Guardians. If I had to guess, I'd say they found our village purely by chance. As for why they abducted us...
You make awesome sandwiches?
That's the same power as a rune lens. But where's the lens?
Some of us villagers, like my brother and myself, are born with the power of rune lenses inside us.
Wasn't there another village like that in the Eiyuden Chronicle Rising game? Yeah, it was. In fact, it was the main focus of the entire thing. Well, not the main focus, but it was a focus of it. No, it was actually pretty important.
That terrible masked lady working for the Empire picked up on it and immediately had us all locked up.
Wait, hang on. They locked up the entire village!
Wasn't it said multiple times already that they were all taken? Yes, the entire village.
Yes. My mother, my father, even my little brother.
Forced internment? But why?
Obviously not for anything good. When I heard all this, I figured others needed to know, so I went and sprung Yelu from the facility. But there was only room in my tool chest to smuggle her or her brother out. Couldn't do both.
He stayed behind so I could escape.
We managed to shake the Duke's pursuers. Next thing we know, we'd wound up here.
We came across them not far from here while hiding the rune tank. Although, we nearly had a situation with Ivy and her rune arms when she thought we were Imperial goons.
And I'm still sorry about that.
No worries. Though I wouldn't want to tangle your arms again anytime soon.
I know. I goofed.
Please, sir. My family and the other villagers need your aid. Will you help them?
What do you say?
If the Duke's actions violate Imperial law, we might be able to turn the tide by making this affair public. Also, the Imperial army I know would never stand for this kind of behavior. He's acting like a damn tyrant.
Now that's the spirit. So long as we're committing treason, might as well make it mean something.
So the plan is to infiltrate the Duke's research facility, rescue the villagers, and expose this whole mess, right?
Not quite. My apologies, Yelu. We may not be able to free your people right away. It may have to wait until we can make the Duke's actions public.
I'll take whatever help I can, sir. Thank you.
We can take the rune tank, most of the way to the facility. I hid her over on the east side of town. Let's head there first.
Come on, Yelu. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh boy. Crap. Also, Ivy has terrible goddamn stats. What in the world is she for? Why in the world does Yelu have magic powers, but she has an absurdly high strength stat and a ridiculously low magic stat? It's too ridiculous to even be stupid. Granted, I do love me some strong magic casters, but physically strong, and then they cast magic as well, and it's just like they have no weaknesses, right? But I don't have gear for any of these people. I don't have money to even equip them. And I don't have anything of actual value to sell that I'm willing to part with to get them the stuff they need. The spirit medicine is good for 5,000. You've got magic drops that are 700 each, I think. Oh, this is rough. These runes are too valuable to sell. At least until I can replace them, and then why would I sell them if I can replace them? I'd literally be making negative profits. I was going to clarify what that's supposed to mean, but I don't really think it needs to be clarified. Also, it looks like I might be wrong about having to keep an eye out for people to invite to the Alliance? No, there wasn't a place I could save.
I'm so worried about my family.
Did we need to stop for that, though?
will get us to the facility faster than you can say Paul's a genius.
But the rune tank is a tank. Unless the facility is right outside of the city, that's not true.
And my rune arms will smack the bad guys into next week.
Thank you. That cheers me somewhat.
Right. Let's get moving.
Good thing I checked, otherwise, ooh, that would have been a trek, wouldn't it? Why in the world does this path need to be this long? I mean, cool, it makes the place feel bigger, but it also makes it take needlessly long to leave. Which is frankly all I want right now. There aren't going to be any chests hidden here.
All right. I think we're in business.
This is incredible. I'm a long way from designing runic tech on this scale.
I don't know. Your arms trace the movements of your body, right? If you ask me, that kind of microtech is the real wonder.
Alright, get a room
Aw.
to engineer in.
sweetie.
No, even getting pregnant can be...
It's time we departed.
Even impregnating could be considered engineering. That's such a weird thought.
All set here.
Still, Guardhaven Castle. If that's where we're headed, we're in for one wild ride.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it would be so dangerous. But
We know what has to be done, and nothing will deter us from doing it, even if it means infiltrating Aldrich's own stronghold.
Right. Let's get this done. This is as close as I can bring her without being spotted.
Remember, we're not here to storm the castle. All we have to do is sneak into the Runemen's research facility where the villagers are being held.
We shouldn't encounter much resistance between here and my workshop. But past that, sentries galore.
Perhaps it's best for you to stay here and leave this to us, Miss Yaelu.
please, ma'am, I want to go. If I'm with you, the villagers are more likely to trust you. And besides, I should help.
Yep, definitely that.
The first order of business is to find out what they're up to in the back of that facility.
I'm guessing it ain't gonna be pretty.
Second Lieutenant.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You, stand by, and make sure the room tank is ready to go at a moment's notice.
Yes, sir. All right, let's move.
am super uncomfortable with the idea of getting into a possible combat situation with undergeared characters. However, I'm going to have to assume that this part of the game, at least at this point right now, has been made accounting for the possibility that you don't have gear for these people. So any fights you do get into are not as likely to be life-threatening, let's say. Anti-confused scarf, I'm going to assume that's 30% resistance. I mean, I wouldn't have minded, 10,000 Bakwa, maybe? Probably shouldn't go in here. A red key. Well, we'll find out if that'll pay off eventually. Interesting. Of all the things to run into, of all the times to run into it, armored enemies. Granted, the armor was only D grade, but sure didn't stop Valentine from getting walloped. Although, apparently Yelu has resurrection magic, so... Or she used an item, I can't be sure. Yeah, we're missing a revival medicine, so it was probably that. Yeah, she hasn't used any MP, so it was an item. Never mind. Also, she hits the hardest out of everyone, as I expected. Wait. There appear to be... No, we're definitely going to this room first. Yep, I was right. Folks, this is going to be rough. They do no damage. I just got through a fight where one of the enemies unexpectedly was able to inflict confuse and attack multiple people at the same time. Which means I was not aware. Why is this not marked as blue instead of red? I mean, I can understand why they would have gone with that, but come on. I was almost slightly inconvenienced. Honestly, I think going forward, it's going to be better if I just avoid these fights. There's no value in them whatsoever. They don't get enough XP out of it to make it worth it. We have some money now, but the cost is fights that are way longer than they have any reason to be. Also, I realized that even if they had wanted to make this section slightly easier because your characters would be underleveled, there were shops back there before we left, so yeah. We could have, at the very least, properly equipped ourselves, or yeah, properly equipped ourselves. That's definitely it. And unfortunately, they don't have Cassandra, so I can't give them a support that will make them not suck. Or at least make this suck less. But I can understand why I don't have that option. So, let's Actually, let's visit this room here, and then we'll end the video. Tom Yum Kung recipe. I don't cook. Like, what? I mean, cool. I like recipes. I like getting stuff that's useful, but I can't cook anything. Nevertheless, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back. This goes up today. The Lies of P episode I recorded goes up. No, I have that backwards. This goes up Monday. Lies of P goes up today, which is Saturday. So I don't need to edit this out until Sunday, which is good because I want to get Lies of P uploading as soon as possible. This goes up on Monday, so there will be another episode on Wednesday. So, assuming, whenever I say that it's going to go up on a particular day, assume there is always going to be a chance that something goes awry and the episode is going to be late. But if an episode is not uploaded on the day it's supposed to be, keep an eye out, and there should be a makeup episode uploaded the next day, or at the very least on the weekend. That's not going to be the case for this week's missing episode of Eiyuden Chronicle, but I've got a very good reason for that, and I am not ashamed. Recording Lies of P for 6 hours, that was a trial, and I needed a break after that. I'm pretty sure, wasn't that my day off? Anyway, we're getting really off topic here. Again, I hope you guys have enjoyed everything. It was a pretty good episode. There wasn't any, there weren't any boss fights or anything, and I'm going to cut out all of the random stuff that transpires, or the random fights that transpired. But we did recruit a new character, so something we did manage to accomplish something this episode. We have Scarlet. We just can't use her for the foreseeable future. But hey, we have 2 extra characters now. Mouths to feed, arms to equip with things. Oh, right, I do have gear. No, I don't. I put everything away. So the only stuff that's left are rings that I would rather the main group have, where they'll fit. I'm not going to deal with that right now, though. This outro has gone on for too long. And so, with all of that jibber-jabber out of the way, we will see you next time.